Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Small Sips of Freedom. If this is your very first time here, thank you so much for clicking on this video. My name is Tando and I talk about all things personal finance to help you take control of your money. And for everyone else who's coming back here for the second, third, and all my subscribers, welcome back. In this video, we're going to be talking about the 3 questions that you can ask your partner just to get a better understanding of how they view money, what their plans are, and all that good stuff. And of course, these are not questions that you can be asking someone on the very first date. These are questions that you can ask when you are maybe a little more mature into the relationship and you guys are talking more long term, you're talking about getting married, talking about being life partners. So let's jump into those 3 questions. The very first question relates to their relationship with money. So you want to ask your partner how they view money, how money makes them feel, how money was handled when they were growing up. Because remember, we have a relationship with money. So you want to understand what motivates your partner and what makes them view money the way they do. This ties back a lot into how we were brought up, growing up, because obviously as children, we literally do we see the adults around us doing. So if your parents handled money a certain way, that might impact the way that you handle money. So you want to be able to know all this information. So that's the very first question that you might want to ask your partner. I actually did a video as well on developing a healthier relationship with your money. So before you even ask this question, you can watch this video to give you a little bit more insight into what we're talking about when we speak about having a relationship with money and the different things that actually impact that relationship. Moving on to the second question. And this, you might have actually already started talking about it. This relates to their goals, their ambitions, what they want out of life. But now you have to really frame it in the context of their finances. So where do they see their finances in the next 5 years? What do they want to do? Do they want to build a house? Do they want to buy a house? Do they want to rent forever? Do they want to have kids? All of these things will affect your finances. So you want to understand what their goals are, what their priorities are, if they have a plan for their financial goals, if they actually already have those goals in motion and they're working towards them. You want to know all this information. And this will actually give you a lot more insight into how you guys can actually prioritize not just their goals but your goals as well if you guys were to actually stay together as a married couple, for example. The last question might actually be a little bit more awkward than the first 2 questions, but it is a very important question if you ask me. So the last question is asking your partner what they earn, what they owe, and what they own. So this will really give you a holistic idea into how their finances are set up, if they have assets, if they have liabilities in the sense of do they have debts, do they have assets in the sense of do they have a home, do they have investments accounts, do they have RAs, and so on. Sub question to that as well that's also really important to just slide in there is to ask your partner how they feel about how finances might be handled if you guys were to be legally bound together. So if you were to get married, do they want to get married in community of property? Do they want to get married out of community of property? Do they want a prenup? All of these questions are really important, so you kind of know exactly what their expectations are, and that also gives you an opportunity to express your expectations from your side and then make sure that you guys are able to come to some kind of reasonable compromise. The question of what type of marriage or what type of partnership that you go into in terms of how your assets are combined or not combined is a very, very important one. So you kind of want to make sure that you get that one out of the way, especially if you're in that stage of your relationship where you are actually having serious discussions of, okay, we want to make this serious, want to get married and all of that. You want to make sure that your partner and yourself are both on the same page. As uncomfortable as that conversation may be, we know when it comes to money, things get a little awkward. People don't want to share, they don't want to open up because it makes them feel a little vulnerable. But it is important for you to kind of stick with that conversation, make sure it happens, and make sure it is a safe and open space where you do not judge your partner and your partner doesn't judge you as well when you speak about your financial situation, your goals, and your relationship with money. But anyway, guys, I really hope that those questions help you start that critical conversation with your partner so you guys can actually build an even stronger relationship. I believe that it will definitely help you guys come out stronger at the end, regardless of how awkward that conversation might be at the beginning. By the end of it, you guys will be laughing. You probably find out that maybe you've made the same kind of financial mistakes, or you might even find out that you have kind of the same financial goals, which is really awesome. But it's really important to at least have the conversation. But anyway, guys, that's it for this video. YouTube thinks you'd like this video. I thought that you might like this one. I don't know, you can pick from the two, and if you've watched both, maybe subscribe to my channel as well, and I will see you next Wednesday. Bye, guys.